mom influencer sentenced to 90 days in jail. It should have been more, for falsely accusing couple of attempting to kidnap her kids. Rick James thought cocaine was a hell of a drug. Nope, it's the views, the likes, the clicks, the clout chasing. When that camera is turned on, people's integrity, their values, their morals, their scruples, it all goes out the window. Nothing is out of bounds, not even their own children. One thing about this country, as divided as we can be, the one thing we all stand in solidarity on is not the kids. California mom influencer has received their sentencing for lying about her children's attempted kidnapping in 2020. Katie Sorensen, you screwed the pooch, Katie, will spend 90 days in jail. It should be at least 6 months, 3 years after posting a viral Instagram video accusing a Latino couple of kidnapping her kids outside a craft store in Petaluma, California. The Sonoma County District Attorney said in a statement posted to their website Thursday that Sorensen, 30, was sentenced after being convicted on a single count of knowingly making a false report of a crime. I don't know how strategic she was trying to be when she picked a random Latino couple, but she definitely looks like the type to play the Karen card. Yup, get her story out there ahead of the law enforcement, the established media, and even the couple themselves, which is exactly what she did. Ms. Sorensen has been held accountable for a crime. Not enough for me, because she intended for this to go way worse than it really did. And we believe the judge handed down a fair sentence, said District Attorney Rodriguez per the website. Our hope is that this measure of accountability will help provide some closure to the couple that was falsely accused of having attempted to kidnap 2 young children. And of course, she's going to have to pay court costs and fines into the legal system, because that comes along with the territory. But she should have to cut a check to that couple also. Yup, she drugged these people's names through the mud carelessly and involved them in a criminal investigation. That's mental and emotional damage at the very least. After being released from custody, Sorensen, who is really starting to remind me of Piper from Orange is the New Black, was ordered by a judge to be placed on a year-long informal probation, during which she is banned from having a social media presence, must submit to warrantless search and seizure, and will complete a 4-hour implicit bias training, among other requirements. Implicit bias is psychological. It's the preconceived notion that someone can be capable of doing something only because they're of a certain race or a certain gender. You can't rewire that woman's brain to think different in 4 hours. That's not even 2 Marvel movies. I had community service for 8 hours. When I showed up, the lady said, by the time I teach you what you have to do, your community service will be over. There's no point. The same thing applies here. The statement also noted that Sorensen is eligible for work release after spending 60 days in jail. She's getting off easy. On December 7, 2020, Sorensen told police a Petaluma couple attempted to kidnap her 2 young children at a Michael's craft store, the release stated. About a week later, Sorensen outlined the allegations in 2 Instagram videos that were viewed over 4 million times. These posts and her Instagram account at Motherhood Essentials have since been deleted. Authorities said in the release the social media posts contained information that was not in the initial police report, but they have not specified what that information is. Basically, she cooked up this whale of a tale, didn't care who she hurt in the process, and before the police even got the whole picture, she was already on Instagram telling her whopper of a story. And you tell me that only gets her 90 days? In the viral post, Sorensen alleged that she was followed by a man and a woman while shopping with her children, claiming that they made comments about her kids before attempting to approach them in a parking lot. Sorensen also claimed in a video that the man tried to reach into her stroller before she screamed for help, telling KTVU they didn't look necessarily clean-cut. Police interviewed her again after her TV appearance, and during that interview, she identified the purported suspects as a couple seen in a store surveillance video. She probably just pointed out 2 random people that was close to her in the store. The couple denied the allegations, and the kidnapping investigation was closed after the department determined Sorensen's report was false. This almost reminds me of a certain actor who staged a certain hate crime, and you couldn't pry him away from a TV camera or a photo op. Unashamed of the people who actually went through these type of traumatic ordeals and they couldn't have their voice heard. The couple identified themselves later that month in a press conference as Sadie and Eddie Martinez. It's like we're literally guilty of being brown while shopping, said Sadie Martinez, who was at Michael's with her husband shopping for Christmas decorations. According to the Argus Courier, she pulled this crap around the holidays. Sorensen's attorney, Charles Dressow, told the Press Democrat at the time the verdict of not guilty as to counts 1 and 2 rejects the theory that my client lied to the police on December 7th. If she wasn't lying, what the hell was she doing then? You have zero witnesses to corroborate. You have no video footage that shows these people even making an attempt to come close to this woman's kids. If she wasn't lying, what was she doing? Sorensen began serving her sentence immediately after sentencing. Hey, 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 goodbye.